like Umar, like Ali, like Abhishek, for example. If we have name Abhishek in Kashmir, but it specifically means son, and it gives a person a quality of compassionate and as well as plentiness of like flow. I could say flow. Majorly, the name describes a feature and a personality in a human being. The specific reason of naming people the main reason in Kashmir naming, okay, we name our people, for example, it's a little bit hard, but let me put it this way: we name our people on the basis of religious affirmation mainly, which is from Middle East, and take the features of the personalities that have done well in the history.
Yeah. Okay. So I think one of the things I'd like to just intervene here, and thanks for sharing that. One of the things I just want to share is that there are some glitches happening right now with the presentations and all that. So Rahul, can I invite you to share a little bit about what you had put in your presentation? And Faragzad, can I invite you to share what you had put in your presentation, and then we will share your presentations with the children in the other school. Yeah. So Rahul, keep the presentation open in front of you and tell us a little bit about Tamil Nadu. And Faragzad, keep your presentation open in front of you and then tell us a little bit about Kashmir. Is that okay? And then, of course, we will transfer your presentation to Hosur Public School and Rahul's presentation to Kashmir. So, Rahul, I'm going to invite you to speak from your heart, tell us stories of Tamil Nadu, tell us things about Tamil Nadu which you had put in your presentation, and then we will share the presentation. Is that okay, Rahul? So we just want you to
Yes, sir.
just talk like a friend. You're telling friends from Kashmir about Tamil Nadu and this is some stories. And of course, as Bindu madam said, unmute your video and tell us what you want to say for 5 minutes. And then Faragzad will tell you about Kashmir. Yeah, so let's do it. This is God's way of saying let the children speak rather than have presentations. So Rahul, let's hear it from you.
Good morning, everyone present here. I'm Rahula from HPS.
Yeah.
So, Tamil Nadu is in the
Go ahead.
Tamil Nadu is in the South Indian. Is in the South Indian place. So, it is bordered by the Union Territory of Puducherry and South Indian states of Kerala, Karnataka, and Andhra Pradesh.
Okay.
Once Tamil Nadu was known as the Madras state before the Republic, and after in 1969, Madras state was renamed as Tamil Nadu.
Okay.
And then the present-day Andhra Pradesh and Malabar regions of Kerala were separated. The Tamil language is one of the oldest language, and it is the oldest language in the world. The language was used from the old kings from the Sangam literature.
Okay.
In Tamil Nadu, there were three major kingdoms, and they were known as Chera, Cholas, and Pandyas. The nearby dynasties were Pallavas and Nayaka dynasties. So
Okay.
there's a very great temple in Tamil Nadu, and that's nothing but the Tanjavur Periyakoil. That's located in Tanjavur. The temple was built by the great king Rajaraja Chola I. Between 1003 and 1010 AD, the temple is a part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site. Some other significant temples built by the Cholas are Gangaikonda Cholapuram, that's one of the oldest temples, and the nearby, which was built by the son of the Rajaraja Chola, and that's called the Airavateshwara temple. They are nearby, like 70 to 40 kilometers far away from Tanjavur. The Gopuram of the Tanjavur Periyakoil alone weighs 80 ton, and it's only a piece of stone. Did you know how did they take the stone to that height? So the stone was taken to that height using a 6-kilometer ramp. They put mud around the temple, and they used elephants to carry the stone to such a height. The dress worn in Tamil Nadu is a single piece of cloth called the dhoti or vesti, which was worn by men, and people and women in Tamil Nadu wear saris. This is their main culture, which was followed from the beginning of Sangam literature. The food in Tamil Nadu is served on banana leaves. This is one of their main culture, and they have been following this from ancient times. They keep more than 8 to 10 varieties, and they serve food in the banana leaves during main functions and festivals.
Okay, wonderful. And
The
any
main
other? Yeah.
the main festival of Tamil Nadu is Pongal. The people of Tamil Nadu celebrate it to thank the sun god, as it is the main reason they can grow crops and eat. During January, when the crops are harvested, the farmers cut them and be ready to celebrate Pongal. During Pongal, people make the Pongal, which is kind of rice boiled and sweetness or any other taste added into it. A little bit of time is spent worshipping the cows, and this is called Mat Pongal. During the Pongal, after a little time, people worship even cows or bulls, and they call it as Mat Pongal. Have you heard about Jallikattu? Jallikattu is one of the traditional events of the Tamils. It is held during the Pongal celebration. The idea is nothing but to the people leave the bulls free, and the person catching it will be given prizes. That's all for today, and Nandri everyone.
Thank you,
Arun,
Rahul.
Arun
Yeah,
sir,
yes, yes, yes.
may I help you in sharing the videos maybe a little later?
Yes,
Rahul's video.
that
Dhanalakshmi will do. She called
Yeah.
you, she messaged you also.
Yeah, I didn't see my phone. But so what
Yeah.
we'll do is let us have Zeva and Faragzad share about Kashmir,
Yeah.
and then you can share Rahul's video, Dhanalakshmi, and then
Dhanalakshmi.
we'll go further.
Arun, can I make one intervention?
Yes, please, Vijayji. Yes, please.
Pongal, something similar is celebrated in Kashmir,
particularly
where we make the rot.
Okay,
We
okay.
tell them that is exactly almost similar pattern.
Yes, yes,
and the
yes.
same similar festival is held in Germany.
Okay, okay.
The origin must be the Aryans.
Possibly. Wonderful.
Possibly. But you remember we make rot on a particular day.
Yes. Certainly,
certainly. Almost similar to Pongal.
Wonderful. Yes. Thank you, Vijayji. Zeva and Faragzad, yes, I have received your video, but I'm having problems sharing the video, and that's my challenge. My apologies for that. So I invite you to share.
No problem.
Yeah. So Faragzad and
We'll start a presentation
Zeva,
right now, and then we'll move towards the PPT at the end.
You can even do share screen and show it from your computer. It's a very simple process. Go to share screen and just share it from your computer. We'll all be able to see it. Yeah, and just
sir,
like
good morning.
Good morning, Zeva. Yes. Is that Zeva? Yes.
This is Sir Gayatri from Hosur Public School.
Yeah. Okay.
So if I'm intervening, shall I ask you permission to just share some
regarding
the name?
Yeah, just 1 minute. Gayatri, let us have Zeva and Faragzad share a bit about Kashmir. And then after that, we'll have interaction and then we can share more. So thank you, Alima. Sure. Thank you for sharing your screen. Yeah, but just in future, as a future learning, everyone who has to present or share should take responsibility for it themselves, because otherwise it's very tough to manage it at one place. So Alima, please go ahead. Yeah, and Faragzad and Zeva, please start sharing until the screen fires up. Yeah, Faragzad, Zeva, can you start talking about Kashmir? Hello? Oh, okay. They have managed to fire it up. Yes, good. And Dhanalakshmi will await your thing. Yes, please. Just put it on. Yeah, unmute yourself, please, so that we can hear you. We can't hear you right now. Farazad, we can't hear you. So just, can you just unmute your mic and start again? Yeah, Farazad and Zeva, can you please unmute?
Am I audible?
Now you're audible. Yes, please. Please go ahead. Yeah, Farazad, please go ahead. Please continue. Okay, we can't hear anything. Zeva, can you speak up? Hello. Zeva, are you there? Zeva Farazad, are you there?
Arun, you'll have to excuse me.
Yeah, Vijay, please go ahead. Please go ahead. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah, Farazad, you can start speaking now.
Yes,
So these are the historical maps showing the Greater Kashmir region. This is an originality.
Okay. Yeah.
For example, you can see Chirtal here, like that lies in Afghanistan today. You can see Mirpur, that lies in Pakistan, and Thakstam is taken by in Tajikistan. So the first picture you can see here is, we can call it Greater Kashmir. It is a specific depiction of the history of Kashmir, the uttermost expansion of the Kashmir in the last 5,000 years. The second picture depicts the
Can I just hang on just one second, Farazad, just hang on.
It is not
Just
India.
wait for a minute. Just
East of China.
unmute yourself. Just unmute yourself only on the mic on which you're speaking. Only that one. Unmute and carry on. Because there's an echo coming from the other computers. So just unmute yourself and carry on, please. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. That's much better. Yeah. And you just have about 3-4 minutes.
Okay. No problem. No problem. How does it move, bro? Move on.
This is carry on.
So like this, this map is place like historic and political reformation according to Kashmir. For example, this is the current political map of Kashmir. This just includes the northern part of that currently lies with different countries. This gives a basic idea of where Kashmir lies and what it usually goes like. For example, the current location of these areas shown by pink is currently under India, and the rest of Kashmir is under different administrative countries. Next slide, please.
Okay, so I have a suggestion, Farazad. I think just stop sharing and just you and Zeva just talk about, like Rahul did, just talk about, and then we'll send the presentations. So my request is just stop sharing and just talk like you would to friends. This is what we do, and this is what we're proud of, and various other things. Okay?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Thanks. That'll be nice.
So,
so just stop sharing right now. And stop sharing means stop sharing the video, and you just talk about Kashmir, talk about things, and then we can always send these good presentations.
No problem.
Yeah. Okay.
Kashmiris belong to a specific ethnicity. Like we are not pure Aryans. We are macro Dardriks. We belong to a specific community known as Dardriks. They are the A1 community that. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah. Carry on. Yeah, please
that
carry
left
on.
Central Asia, current day Azerbaijan, Armenia, and Georgia, 7,000 years ago to move the current location known as Kashmir. We are a macro group. The specific ideas that are related to these macro groups are we always believed in just one entity. For example, oneness. We had specific culture related to copper and iron. The Dardiks have been long for the iron smithing and the copper smithing. The specific culture that Kashmiris adopted from the Dardic ethnicity. For example, right now we have been going through transformation from last 6,000 years. We have developed a specific skill in copper and iron, but that was continuing from the last 6,000 years. The Dardics are specifically present in current day Jammu and Kashmir, the northern part of the Pakistan, the southeast part of Afghanistan and Uzbekistan. And the closest cousins to our race are known as Nuristanis. Those people are all over the Central Asia. We are a specific 8.1 million group that has a specific feature of color. For example, our hair are black and our eyes are black. We have a very bright skin, usually, and a specific mutation which is 10 to 30% with some different color types in the hair, usually dusky. Moving towards our legends. Our legends are mainly our legends are contributed by our minds and authors. For example, that goes in Kashmir is regard to serpent religions, like Sam Puja and stuff. The serpent legends in Kashmir are specifically divided into two categories. One belongs to the Muslims and another belongs to the Pandit. The Muslim one is related to a specific Sufi, like a Sufi
Pardon,
saint, which
pardon,
once
Yeah,
pardon. There is again bandwidth is very low. So
yeah. So, Farag, the signal is cracking a bit. So we are having a slight challenge, and also in terms of time.
I
So,
think
so
Sir
Bindu,
Dana Lakshmi is ready with the presentation.
okay. So what we'll do is, Farag, just hang on for a moment.
no problem, sir.
Let's hear the presentation from Tamil Nadu, and then straight away jump into the interactions. Yeah,
No
and
problem.
let's talk about, what are the fruits and customs and all that. So perfectly okay. So let's hear Dhanalakshmi's presentation, and then we'll come back to you, Faragzad and Zeba and others. Yeah, I'd like to spend some time on the interaction between the students. So let's see the Tamil Nadu presentation, and then let's open it up for interaction. So yeah, Dhanalakshmi, share it, please. Thank you. Thank you so much. Beautiful. That was really nice. Thank you very much. Well done. Thank you, Dhanalakshmi, for sharing that. Let's have a little bit of interaction now amongst the students, and then we will close. So would the students like to ask any questions to each other? Let me ask the HPS school to ask a few questions, two questions.
Will answer.
And then the Kashmir students will answer. Yes, please. Let's have questions from HPS, two questions. And DPS Srinagar will answer. Please go ahead. Any questions from?
Arun sir.
Yes, Gayatri.
Yeah, just I wanted to throw some lights upon how we name the kids in Tamil Nadu once the child is.
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
The exact way how we are doing this, it's a big process. Actually, choosing a name is a big process, sir.
Okay.
So, okay. Tamilian culture, once the child is born, immediately the star upon which the time will be noted, and basically based upon the time of the child's birth, the star will be star. We call it as nakshatram. In Tamil, we call it nakshatram. So based upon that, so the newly new parents will go to their family astrologer, and they will
family astrologer
and the star of the child's birth. So based upon that, astrology chart will be made by astrology, and that we call it as Jadakam.
Okay. Wonderful. That's how you name. Okay. Yeah. So do you have a? Yeah. Carry on, please.
Yeah. Based upon the nakshatra, astrologer will give some syllables. Like the child has to be named with kaka, kiki, kuku, or according to that nakshatra, what syllable comes, like that it will be given. And according to the also we know, right, astrological science is being taken through from ancient times. So based upon that syllable, the child will be named. And we have two ways of naming, sir. So each Tamil family will have a separate god, worship of god called Kuladaivam. So first, Kuladevam's name will be kept for the child, may it be a girl, boy. Then the chosen name based upon the syllable which was given by the astrologer, a name will be chosen by the parents, and they will be keeping that. So
okay, thank you. Thank you, Gayatri. And any question you have for the young people of DPS Srinagar? Anything on Kashmir you want to ask them? Or anyone, Merutha, Abhishek, Nidarshana? Yes, please ask. Yes.
Sir, what is the one Kashmiri food which isn't popular and which you want other people to try, and state the reason why?
Okay. So which Kashmiri food is popular and which you want others to try, and why do you want to do that? So
which isn't popular in India.
Which is popular in India.
Which is not popular.
Which is not popular in India. Okay.
But you feel that it's very good. You people should try it. Like
okay. Alima, you want to take a crack at that? Alima? Or anyone else from DPS Srinagar would like to respond to that? Who's fond of cooking?
So actually, well, I guess you all know about Vazwan.
No, so tell us a bit about Vazwan. Yeah.
Actually, it's not a single dish. It's some 7 collective dishes.
Okay.
Which are made from lamb, and complete lamb is used. Maximum parts which can be used are used in the Vazwan. The person who cooks Vazwan is known as Vaza, and actually it's really delicious because it has several kinds of dishes which anybody can try: vegetarian, non-veg, chicken and meat. So it has something for everybody. And I would say if you want to try, you can try Vazwan as whole, because it has got many delicious dishes in it, like tabak maz, rogan josh, there are some names, and tandoori chicken and all, roasted chicken, methi, and other stuff also. So kebab and Kebab. And I would also like to Seva share something about Wazwan.
First of all, I'd like to ask my listener, am I audible? Is the connection issue, unfortunately? I need to ask that.
Yeah, please go ahead. Go ahead. नहीं, you are audible. Just speak loud and please ask a question.
Please. Sorry. Hello?
Yes, please. Yes. The others mute your mic. Only the one where you're speaking, only that one should speak. Otherwise, there's an echo.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are. But can I request the other computers in the room to be on mute?
They're already on mute.
Okay, fair enough. Please go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
So I'd like to add on Wazwan. The name
Sorry,
actually
just unmute yourself, please. Just unmute yourself and then speak up. Yeah, I just muted all the computers because there was an echo. So just unmute and speak up, please. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, please go ahead.
Are we good?
Yeah, please go ahead.
So Vazwan is actually the term Vazwan has two components: Vaz and Van. Vaz is actually the name for the chef used here, and Van means a shop. So it's actually refers to the Vazwan term refers to the great multi dish cuisine that we have here. This Vazwan cuisine is not consumed every day.
Right.
It's actually an occasional cuisine.
A feast.
30
Whenever there
dishes,
is a
30 dishes
feast.
like one, and we can yeah, and we can arrange how much dishes we want as per our need,
Right.
as much as we can consume. So some feasts have 7, some feasts have 21, some have 30. It goes like that.
Excellent.
Vazwan contains our dishes from Vazwan contains our spicy dishes, sweet dishes. We have salads, we have pickles, all covered in Vazwan. And the culture of having Vazwan is that we have a big plate which is called trami, a copper plate, trami, and 4 people share the plate. 4 people eat together, which symbolizes unity, which symbolizes oneness. So we all eat together in one plate. And the chef Vaza serves the food one by one to every plate, every person, from person to person.
Right. Wonderful. Okay.
And each serving 4 pieces of meat.
Okay. Wonderful. Thanks. Thank you.
We have in our cuisine, in our yeah.
Thanks. Thank you, Zeva. Any questions from Banu or Bharati or Kanika Shri or anyone, any of the other young
Yes,
people?
sir.
We'd have time for 1 or 2 questions and then we'll have to close. Bharati.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what is your question?
Sir, in Kashmir, Dal Lake is so famous and it is the most attracted place. Every day, the people will be coming to visit the Dal Lake. So how it is protected, sir?
Okay, very good question. Would somebody like to respond to that? Who's aware? How are you protecting the environment and purity of the Dal Lake? Is a question. Very good question, Bharti. Anybody would like to respond to that? You'll have to unmute yourself and speak up. We can't hear you, Zavad. We can't hear you. The signal is a bit weak.
I'm very sorry, sir. Will you please pardon the question? We have
Yeah,
connected.
the question is, the Dal Lake is a famous lake in Kashmir. How are you protecting the Dal Lake, its purity and environment? So you can respond, unmute and respond. You'll have to unmute and respond, please. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Now you are. Yes.
Okay. This is a very beautiful question. Given the environmental concern that we have nowadays.
Okay, we are not able to hear you, so I'm going to just respond. Yeah, so we lost you, Zeva. We lost you because of the connectivity. So we, but put it in the chat box.
This is a very important, a very primary concern of the government.
Zeva, we lost you because the signal is a bit awry. Put your response in the chat box. Put your response in the chat box. Is there one last question that DPS wants to ask HPS? And maybe Banu or Nidarshana or Merutha can respond. Any one question you want to ask the young people of HPS?
Hello, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
Am I audible?
You are audible. Yes, indeed you are. Yes. Yes, so let's have your question. You are audible, but let's have your question now. Hello. Okay, so I think can we have your question from DPS Srinagar so that HPS can respond? Okay, any last comments before we play the national anthem and we just stand for the national anthem? Is there any last question you would like to share or anything you want to say? And I'm going to request Sumaira to say something, Bindu to share something, and I will share something.
Sir.
Yes, Banu, go ahead. Go, Banu, thank you for raising your hand. Tell us what you want to say.
So what should every Indian know about Kashmir and Kashmiris? I would like to know that.
What should India know about Kashmir and Kashmiris? Other parts of India should know about Kashmir and Kashmiris. Would anybody like to respond to that? Otherwise, I will respond. If the signal is a bit weak, I will respond. Taha, you want to talk about that? What should the rest of India know about Kashmir and Kashmiris? I think that's a beautiful question, Banu. Thank you for asking that question. Taha, you want to respond? Unmute yourself and respond. Yeah. Yeah, Taha.
Actually, there was a connectivity issue. Could you please repeat the question?
Okay, the question is, what should other parts of India know about Kashmir and Kashmiris? Question from Banu of HPS. Very good question. So Taha will say something and then I'll build on that. Yeah, Taha.
So, well, everybody knows about some things of Kashmir, but there are many things which are still undiscovered.
Okay.
Kashmir has got wonderful hospitality for tourists. People come here. Well, actually, I know that Tamil Nadu is #1 in tourism, but in Kashmir, tourism is also growing very well, and the people here are really hospitable. If a person comes from foreign or rest of India, we treat them like they're our own, because we believe that everybody in the world is our brother and sister. If somebody comes, it's a responsibility to show them our beautiful Kashmir and stuff related to it. And I would also like to tell you that there are many places in Kashmir which are still undiscovered. Like you yesterday told us about Hunza and Muzaffarabad. There is a valley called as Gurez Valley. It is a really beautiful valley. I would, if anybody comes here someday, I would honestly love them to see Gurez Valley and meet us. Come to us and we'll show them our beautiful Kashmir, because you'll not regret visiting Kashmir any day. You'll never regret visiting Kashmir.
Locations are undiscovered.
And specific locations are really undiscovered. Like there's a place called Satsar. It is actually 7 lakes in Kashmir, connected lakes, which are on mountains. And we have to trek to each of them. Like there is Gangbal, Nundkol. These are very beautiful lakes which are still undiscovered, which people don't go there.
I want to add to that. If I have to say something about Kashmir to somebody, for example, so that is undiscovered, that would be our intellectual admiration and our systematic and our systematic authors and poets. For example, we have specific areas in Kashmir that are specifically only for the saints. For example, recently on named Nigra Lake, there were 15 Aghoris from all of India who were composing a specific book related to some Jyotish thing. For example, in Kashmir, people only know Kashmir for one thing, that is like tourism, beauty and stuff. But we are also known for our books, our intellects, and our researches.
Yeah, I just want to build on what Taha and Farakzad said. I just want to share this with the friends of from Tamil Nadu, from Hosur, is that all the, I think definitely the hospitality, the food, the variety, the beauty is awesome. People are extremely hospitable, but also important for you to know that all the spiritual traditions of India and all the things like Natya Shastra was written and came from Kashmir. Patanjali Yoga Sutras was written and came from Kashmir. Yoga Vashishta was written and came from Kashmir. Kashmir Shaivism and Shaivite philosophy traveled to all parts of India. So in a way, Kashmir, besides its beauty and grace and art and architecture and natural abundance, also has been the fountainhead of all the spiritual and artistic traditions that have gone to the rest of India, including Tamil Nadu. So I think, therefore, it's important. I love what the children of DPS said, that you must come to Kashmir. And I think the children of DPS must go to Hosur and Tamil Nadu and really see what is happening. Okay, so just to conclude now, we've run out of time. Now, let me just say, Sumaira was saying, can you share the videos? I know that a lot of beautiful videos had been made from the children of DPS and also in HPS. So my apologies, my computer is behaving in a funny way. But here's what I would like to say before I hand it over to Bindu and Sumaira, a very brief thing to close. We will do one more session, but this time we are going to get it much better. We're going to improve it. So I request Bindu madam to talk to all the young people there as to what could we have done better. Similarly, Sumaira can talk to her team. What could we have done better? And I will coordinate. We will have one more session, which will be more absolutely spotless, bilkul trouble-free and all that, and so on. And I will, before we play the national anthem and stand up, I just want Bindu and Sumaira, first Sumaira, to say a few words, and then Bindu. Yeah? And then if anyone wants to say anything, we can do that. Yeah.
Thank you so much. It happens, the technical glitches may happen at any time. So it's so nice to hear that we'll be doing again.
We will do it again. Yes.
Yeah, this can be considered as a rehearsal then. Okay.
Yes. This
second
is a
rehearsal.
learning second rehearsal. Absolutely. They're going to get it right. Yeah.
Now the children also must have get rid of this inhibition also.
Yes,
so they may ask better questions. They may understand what they have to do in the next time. Anyway, my dear friends, we are just going to continue with our friendship.
Yes.
And this so many things we have made it ready. So we'll be posting it in the group. Our children sang yesterday. It was Kashmiri Day for Hosur Public School.
Yes.
So all the children, most of the children, they were in Kashmir attire in their own way. In COVID time, they cannot go out and hire costumes, but they somehow managed with their own dresses, and they learned some songs from the YouTube, and they managed to do something with the help of their parents.
Excellent.
So such small initiatives to come forward to listen to you. So we are actually doing, we do some steps, taking one step and second step and third step. So we are coming closer to you. So I hope that, the the wall will be broken, and we will all understand, so many prejudices we have, so many misconceptions we have, everything we will be removing when we come closer to each other. We know each other, we understand each other. Ultimately, we are the same people, we have the same feelings and emotions, we have the same desires and goals, and we will understand why we are on earth. Some special purpose is there behind. So that is the learning which we all want to happen, which we all want to get. We are all in the experiential learning process. So soon we will be attaining that. So this can be considered as a small initiative. So we will do further. We will try to, make the bond a little more stronger and remain in touch. So thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And Sumaira, your words. And others,
Thank you
just
so much.
unmute your
I know
mute your
technology has
mics.
been given us pains from all these months. It's become a part of our lives now. But I want to thank each and everyone on this program who have spared their precious time for this wonderful experience. Although we had technical glitches, we would like to share more of our culture, more of our place, more of our beautiful school with all of you. It is a beautiful journey which has just begun. And I'm sure all these children and all these patrons which are just at the back of us will definitely take this ahead. No issues if we have not been able to, give our fullest in this session.
Yeah.
We definitely would love to take this ahead with all these beautiful people ahead. We are open whenever you're ready or whenever you want us to take one more session. We would be glad to join you and share everything about us, and we would be more glad to learn more and more about your culture, so that it is a stronger bond and it becomes much stronger with each passing day. I am so thankful to each one of you children. I know you worked hard. I know you put in your efforts and time, and it was beautiful, and it is still beautiful. And let us keep this intact. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Sumaira.
Arjun
Yes,
sir, the video is ready actually.
I will
Yeah.
indicate and then we'll close with the national anthem. Okay.
Sorry, sir. Tamil Taivaltha and other video are also ready. If you
Okay,
permit.
no. Once, so what I was just coming to that. So what we'll do, so one thing, Sumaira and Bindu, thank you for sharing. I just want to say one thing. We have a WhatsApp group, right? So on that WhatsApp group, please make sure Bindu and Sumaira that all the young people who attended today are on that WhatsApp group. Everybody, right? We have 41 of us right now. 41 of people are on this right now. Many of you have prepared, like there's the Tamil Nadu song, the national song, and there's a beautiful video that DPS has prepared. Please post that on the WhatsApp. Yeah, Sumaira, please post the DPS video that you have made, that whatever you have made, post it on WhatsApp. My commitment is we will have one more session. We will have one more session and we will learn from all the mistakes we made today, a lot of mistakes, but a lot of good things also. We'll learn from them and we will take it forward. Yeah. And as you're listening to the national anthem, I just want you to remember 2 or 3 things. The orange color in the flag says, can we be self-sacrificing? Can we think of the larger well-being of the whole humanity? That's orange. White is, can we be pure-hearted, absolutely like the sky, like a beautiful Kashmiri stream. And green is, can we love our environment? Can we have compassion for the environment? And the center of the wheel is Allah, Dharma, Shiva, Buddha, Holy Spirit. It is the same unified wholeness that is right in the middle, that wheel, the wheel of goodness, the wheel of righteousness, the wheel of strength, the wheel of unity. Like all the spokes come together to the center. That is what the center means. So let's remember these beautiful values that Sri Vijay Dar mentioned, that Dr. Karunakar mentioned, Sumaira mentioned, Dr. Bindu mentioned, and thank you all, young boys and girls. Beautiful thing, but they say keep learning. Life is learning. We will not let this go. We're going to do it once more, get it all perfect, and learn from today's things. So can I request Dana Lakshmi to play the national anthem, espousing the values, and can we just stand up, remembering the God in our heart, remembering the God in each one of us, all over the nation, all over the country. So Dana Lakshmi, can you please play the national anthem? And remember that we are all one. We are all one all over the planet, not only in India, but all over earth.
अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय जय जय